What's good in the hood? Welcome back to the episode of the Good in the Hood podcast. I am, as always, your host, Juice. Joining us with a special guest along with my bro, J Black, man. I got J Black here and a homie, longtime friend, hair creative, hair artist, hairdresser.
You gotta be like hair extraordinaire, man. All
hair extraordinaire, you know what I'm saying?
Extraordinaire.
Get the rhyme schemes going, man. But shit, the great, I'm saying, Moji. How you doing, Moji?
Good. Thanks for having me.
It's a pleasure. It's a pleasure to have you here. And it's great to have you because we can go back to like high school. Yes. And literally, I just happen to see like your work on IG, just for like artists around Chicago who use your expertise. I'm saying with braiding their hair. First, like, how long you been in the hair space and doing hair?
I've been doing hair literally like my whole life. But I've been doing other people's hair for over 20 years now.
Yeah.
I don't think I did anything 20 years consistently.
20 years. 20 years.
That's why I stuck with it. After so many years, I was like, I guess this is what I'm doing.
I mean, well, is this something you always knew that you wanted to do? Or, because, you know, I didn't know you, me and her had known each other since like almost kindergarten. Just brought it to I've been knowing people too long, but
know too much.
But it's like, and that was the thing. Like, you know, I remember in high school, because you know we went to like kindergarten, second, we was in the same school. Then like I moved for a minute, and then bam, high school. Because you know, if you're from up in that kind of western area, Chicago, you know everybody.
Absolutely.
And bam, she in high school. I'm like, dang, what you doing here? And,
the suburbs, like the suburbs west of Chicago, like right, the west suburbs of Chicago are like very small, but it's still very Chicago oriented. I'm saying we in there, like it's still us a lot. Like it feels like the west side,
because all the black people live in like only certain
like the Maywood through Hillside areas, like I'm saying, at the mini west side, and like through that, like how you feel like you built your name, and like to be what it is now, you being so well known for your amazing designs.
I just feel like it came to me. It wasn't necessarily like intentional. It kind of was intentional, but I just started like asking people if I could do their hair. That's really how it started. And asking like people that were like well known in Chicago and stuff like that. Like, can I be on here? Like, this is my work and stuff like that. I was working my last job and I sat there listening to Kanye West Spaceship like on repeat, and I was like, I gotta quit. He was working with the gas, now he got deals with the gas, so I'm like, you can't get up. You know, this is not where it's at. This is not how it's gonna be. So I just quit my job, and I was like, this is it. Like, I forced myself. Now I have to do this, and I went to school. Finally, after so many years, I went to hair school. I learned so much, and they kind of taught me really like this is how you like build your brand and stuff like that.
That's dope.
That's how it kind of.
And you say you've been braiding hair now for 20 years, you said? So, like, pretty much since you were a kid. So, what got you to start then? What got you started in that?
Ooh, I can answer that one. Black women, do you realize the struggle they got to go through? Like, it's easy when you can just put on a do-rag and a hat, but, like, you know, with women, like, either you got to know something or you call your homegirl, like, hey, can you do something with...
Like, was your mom a big influence in that too?
I always loved hair. Like, even like my first memories are like, I'm assuming like 3-4 years old. I remember like wanting to learn how to do hair, and my mom, she taught me how to cornrow, but I just asked her, and she was like, yeah, this is how you do it. And she said I did all my dog's hair and like put them on display on the kitchen table. And it's crazy. Yeah, I always loved it, and it's like I'm doing it for real now.
So like, I mean, you have some very standout pieces that we see on Instagram. Like, what got you to take it like from the standard cornrow to you now going to like elaborate like designs and schemes? Like, do you draw it out first, or are you able to just like kind of freestyle that? It looks amazing every time. It's like I said beforehand, the one with leaves, like it's like
that leaf one was kind of crazy because I'm like,
I'm saying the the tree of life type of vibe to it. You know, which is crazy.
I like that. I never thought about that.
Yeah.
Tree of life. That might be what I call it.
Sure.
Because it's like one of my most like famous, I guess you say,
Sure.
most popular pieces that I've ever done. But I really have like visions, and once I have the vision, I do actually draw it out. I got like so many drawings.
So like, do you see a person and you go, "Oh, I gotta look for her in my mind," and you start piecing them together, or?
No, I'm more so think about the image. Like I get inspired from things around me, like the tiles on the floor, patterns on the walls.
Okay.
You know, like different shaped animals. So sometimes I'll see something and I'll be like, "Oh, this would be a cool hairstyle," and then I find the person who will let me do it. Because people be like, "You know, put that on my head," you know. But for the most part, everybody just like trust me and let me do it. So I'm real grateful.
I was so like you like just like when you were saying you'd hit up different people like just on IG and be like, "Hey, go check my page." Like, man, let me.
Yeah.
That's kind of dope.
Literally.
And like this being 2021, like I feel like we've come a long way as a culture as far as that even goes, as far as like just representing natural hair. Like how do you feel about how the black community is now kind of, I guess not necessarily become trendy, but it's now become more popular to wear your natural hair and get natural looks as black people?
Wait.
Like as far as how do you how do you feel about the growth?
Like the spotlight on black hair.
I definitely am really happy. I feel like it was a goal of mine to really see like natural hair be normal and not looked at as different. I remember when I first went natural wearing my hair, and this girl was like, "Why don't you ever wear your hair normal?" And it was crazy to me because it's like my hair just, I washed it and it dried. I didn't do nothing to it. This is my normal. This is normal, literally. Like, it doesn't get, you know, more normal than that. For it to be like a thing, I really wanted to change that stigma. And that's when I switched to like, I used to really do a lot of weaves and stuff, but I stopped because I want people to embrace like their natural hair and protective styles. And that's the best way for their hair to really grow, because everybody always wanted long hair, right? That just was a thing. I don't know if that's just like a black thing, but everybody wanted to wear their own hair to be long and stuff like that. So when I would braid it, that's the best way for it to grow. If I lock it, that's the best way to watch your hair grow. So it was kind of like, it's easy to kind of talk people into it. But I definitely like pushed all my clients to like switch to hair natural. And then I wanted to make a positive and a good representation of natural hair. So that was the other thing about trying to reach out to like public figures and stuff like that, because they are the representation of like what's the norm. You know, they set the standard. So if I do their hair, you know, influencers in a natural style, then it gets other girls looking and appreciating. Because a lot of people would be like, "It's not for me. I can't do natural." And it's like, that's how you would look your best and look good. But when you see certain people doing it, it's like, okay, I guess I would do it, especially when it's done nicely and like, you know, how I do the strategy. It's just like,
you gotta do it the right way.
Representation.
And talk about as far as the protectiveness of it. I think that's like the main stigma or main thing people use or why they don't do natural hair, because it's hard to maintain.
Right, because I got like mad questions. You like protectiveness because it's like, you know, this is a Brillo pad under here. When I don't cut it, you know, it's bad. It's like I don't know what more to do. I brush it. I try to shampoo it, and damn.
Right.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, tell us more about like protective stuff and things that maybe people aren't doing or should be doing. You know?
Yeah, so the thing about your natural hair, depending on the weather, the temperature, the humidity, your hair is going to change throughout the day if you just wear a fro. Regardless of if you blow it out, straighten it. If it's any type of moisture in the air or if it's too hot, your hair is going to change throughout the day. So it's a bit difficult to like maintain that every day. So with the protective styles, it gives you like 4 to 6 weeks to really just not have to touch your hair for all that time, and it looks good. You know, you do your regular maintenance, moisturizing it, tying it up every night. But for the most part, you don't have to worry about your hair for that many weeks on end, and it just saves you so much time. You can actually live life instead of trying to do your hair every day, because it's just too time consuming.
Absolutely. And like, as far as also like now for like our generation of even men now, like I feel like more men wear locks now, and they wear their hair longer nowadays than, well, at least in our generation past. How is it? Is there a difference as far as maintaining men and women? Is there a difference as far as that goes?
No.
For you as a hairdresser, or even is it different as far as doing that?
No, your hair routine is based on the style you have.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
For
but
sure.
as far as doing it and maintaining it, it's the same for men and women because everybody has hair. You just you certain people take care of their hair better, and some people not so much.
100%.
But when it comes to like me doing it, it's all the same. I would do like different styles based on men and women, also age, and things like that. I would do different styles, but for the most part, it's like literally the same.
So like as far as if somebody's watching this now, it's Emoji. And they hear about the brand that you're building for yourself, and they start doing research and seeing your amazing designs. How does someone approach you to get in contact with you to use your expertise on their head?
Yeah, shout it all out.
So go to them on Instagram. That's has all my information, my booking site, and my you can like email me or DM me. That's pretty much what it is.
For sure. Is that simple? Is simple as moment to go to Instagram and check it out? Go to the mode. And and do you plan on growing a shop from that? Do you plan on growing a shop? What's the goal?
Yeah, my ultimate goal, I really want to do a school so I can teach other people how to do this and
that'd be real.
That's super dope. Like that. So I am working on a shop right now, and I want to like really help and train people and teach them how to do hair, especially safely, because a lot of times it's too tight. Yeah. But I want to teach people how you can do it where it looks nice and it's not tight. Right now, my booking is closed until the shop opens, so I'm not taking any new people right now.
Booking is closed, y'all. I heard it. I'm saying that price going up.
So right now, the
price going up.
Big things in the works. So.
But because when I say that, like you mentioned these public figures you reached out to. I'm sitting there watching. I'm watching Jamila Woods. I'm like, yo, she look familiar. I think I know her, man. I feel like I know her. Like Jamila Woods, one of my favorite R&B singers of this generation and period. Like so, like talk about how you built these relationships with people. Because that's like not a one time thing for you. Jamila is like a friend of yours, a regular customer of yours. Like so, tell me. How do you build these? Have you found yourself building in these rooms?
It's all like a chain effect. You do one person here, they work with somebody, they see this somebody. You have a random birthday party, something. You just meet people in all different ways. And because I was doing different people's hair, I was actually doing her coworkers' hair. And then that's how she got my number.
That's dope.
But I didn't know her at that point. So and I'm a big fan of Jamila. Like her music is amazing. I love Jamila's music. So when I saw her at this concert, I bumped into her and I turned around to apologize and I was like, oh, you're Jamila, I done stepped on your face. Oh my goodness. I was like, I'm sorry. And so that's it's crazy because we met and she was like, I actually have your number already. And I was like, what? I felt like, I didn't make it. Because I'm such a big fan of her and I remember wanting to do her hair so bad. So running to her and talking to her, I think that's what really initiated is that we got to just make a in-person connection.
It helped being good at what you do though.
100%.
Because you garbage, anybody gonna talk about they gonna be who did that to you. Yeah. So they don't put good that you're good at what you do.
And another dope person I saw you also work with, and other little friend of yours, and we had a chance to have her on the show was Freddie O. So and I got
to see Freddie live in concert, and I'm like she was a whole just energy because I always went, growing up the way I heard rap. You only kind of hear one side of the female spectrum, and then it's just like Freddie just got kind of one of them. Her flow smooth, but don't get it she'll take you there. So I like Freddie.
For sure. So those are just two of I'm sure many amazing artists from Chicago that you get the chance to work with. How does it feel knowing you working with? I know some cool Chicago artists, but the best current Chicago artists. How does you gotta feel yourself a little bit. It's some of the best Chicago artists out there that you're working with.
Yeah, I just think it's amazing that our city is so big, right? Yeah. It's so small and close knit and
really diverse.
Definitely diverse.
Especially with music types. There's so many types of music, so 100%. It's just like, it does feel good, and I have to, like, I really am just like grateful because I always felt like my work was worthy. It was just a matter of the right people like seeing it and me working with it. Because don't get me wrong, I love all my clients, but it's cool to see, like you said, public figure. It's still like surreal, and then it's just interesting because like they're like regular people, you know what I mean? And like just getting to know them and hang out with them.
I feel like what you do like for these public figures is even, I guess, more recognizable than a common like clothing designer can do. Like you saying, the face is what you know them for, and like
first thing they judge you on is your appearance,
and what stands out more than the face is the amazing designs you put on their head. Like that's like you put a crown on them, and it's like it's super dope that you do that. And the accent is that they won't immediately ask, "Damn, who does your hair?" Like that's immediate thing's gonna happen. So that's like really, yeah, man, you cooking.
It's funny when we hang out, and then people are like, "Who did your hair? You did your hair?"
You right there. Like, yo, what up? I'm saying,
what up, man? I got the car right now.
Yes, you go to the mall, on Instagram. Yeah, it's always fun.
That's
and
incredible.
It makes them feel good too, you know what I mean? Because when you're performing and you're in front of people, you gotta look good too, because you want to feel confident and like, 100%. You don't even have to worry about it.
Well, like y'all said, this 2021, people will like. I don't know about y'all, but like when I'm online, more than a video, I just go to the comments. Do you read the comments? Some of these people say to other people, like, "Fam, get off." My mom always said, if you got nothing nice to say, don't say nothing at all. Some people shouldn't talk, and they will kill you over the smallest. Like, there's one line crooked in her. How did you find the one line crooked in her wig? What was you doing?
People really like.
The shade room comments different.
Yeah, but all of these cameras, it's the cameras. They all catch HD. You can't hide this shit. Back in the day, I used to be far in the back of the pictures with my hat tilted down, like, hey. Ain't nobody gonna catch me out here bogus. Like, you can't do that. Not in HD. Niggas will zoom in on you.
Man, that's a fact. That's a fact. And so tell me about the music. We talk about music artists. Like, what music you listen to? What music is like in rotation for you typically?
Typically like some Afro beats, reggae.
Okay.
Jamila.
Okay, for sure.
Definitely
of course.
Like a lot of Chicago artists. I can't even like call everybody name like that, but. Now, Chicago really got great musicians, great artists. Like,
I was gonna say, now if I remember correctly about you used to be big into like dancing and stuff. So is that what the like Afro beats and the music kind of?
She was dancing. For sure.
Like, even as a little, when you like badass kids in like first and second grade, like everybody had their thing. I'm coloring in my Power Ranger, but no, for real, like like she was always up or dance, like everybody kind of had a thing, and I'm like, man, anybody who listens to them African or them kind of Caribbean beat, always, how do you listen to that music and not want to dance? That's why I don't listen to it. Yeah. I ain't a dancer, I just listen to them smooth mellow stuff.
Practice. Yeah, that's something. Actually, that's what I thought I was gonna do was dance. Like. Then I graduated from college, and I was just like, oh no, this is not it. I gotta do it to keep up with this, going to auditions and stuff. Like, it was just a lot, and it was like a lot of physical hard work. So, hair just kind of
came to you more naturally?
Yes.
Okay.
I always did it consistently.
Naturally is the perfect word, because I watched the interview you did on WTCW. We mentioned a little bit before we started recording. It's a great interview, but the craziest part about it is that she's giving these great answers, in-depth answers. Meanwhile, she's sitting there braiding hair, like while talking, like getting it done.
Second nature.
Like man, talk about how long it takes to get to that kind of level of.
No, tell us like because everybody starts somewhere. Yeah. Like, where did you kind of go? Damn. I might be ill at this real quick.
When did you know? When did it click for you?
I knew from the beginning, like,
because you were braiding your dog's hair. You said you were braiding your dog's hair.
And I was really like 3 or 4, especially based on when we lived that year. I had to have been 3. And I remember I was braiding, and I just was fascinated. Like, I really just figured this out. Like, I just did this. So, I remember when I first did my own hair, and I went to school, and nobody believed me. That's crazy, because we was in school together. I think I had to be like 9, maybe 4th grade or something. And I did my own hair in every room. Nobody believed me.
That's crazy.
And that was my first time, so I'm old. I got it out the bag. Like, let's go.
But that should have been your biggest compliment. Everybody was like, man, you lying. Be like, man, I'm so good. They think I'm in here lying. Like,
Hype me up. I was like, yes,
So,
I did.
So who was like your first real client as a kid? Was it like your mom, your sisters?
It was my cousin.
Cousin?
My little cousin, Mariah. Buddha baby. Her mama, she does like herbs and stuff.
Okay.
And all types of things. And it's crazy because like still doing her hair to this day is like my first person. I'm doing her hair with. It's so fun that I get to just like see her, and she's like fascinated as my little cousin. Like I remember when you started.
You say you remember when your cousin you first started bringing your cousin here?
And then my auntie, I just asked her because like I'm an only child, so I didn't have a chance to practice on nobody, do stuff like that. It was just only my own head, so that's kind of how I taught myself. So since she was like a kid, I asked my auntie, I was like, "Can I do her hair?" She was like, go ahead, not really thinking I'm gonna like do her hair, like so. And I did her whole head, and my auntie loved it. I remember the exact style and everything, and putting beads on, coordinated with her outfit. It would have been a great TikTok moment. TikTok
was a thing then,
right?
Man,
that would have been a great TikTok.
Man, we
social media. I go
we didn't go from Black Planet to TikTok. Now we didn't see all scopes of the social media shit.
Oh, always go. Two things I never want the world to see outside of my Google history, which is just insane. I had some grunge days on Black Planet, and I definitely had some grunge days on Tag. Just throw that whole John away.
Black Planet was a sicko era, man.
It was a terrible era, man. All of my clothes were at least 4 sizes too big, but we ain't gonna get into that, man. It's way different life.
So like, out of everything you've seen so far, like, is it? Do you see the politics in the like as you grow as an entrepreneur? You see like politics play it off. How does that affect you? Did that ever skew you at all? Did that ever skew like your
or discourage you?
Yeah, sometimes like getting this salon has been like really frustrating. I've been definitely feeling a bit like discouraged, but I also feel like everything happens in its right time, and the direction I'm getting pulled into, like creating content for different brands and like the WTCW interview, like it's like, am I gonna be able to do both? I feel like I can do both. In my heart, I know I can, but then it's like maybe I'm moving in a different direction than I really intended. Because it's always what you want for yourself, but doing hair has been a lot of like giving me things that I never even asked for, could have thought to ask for, and it's been really, really
great. Have you thought about or considered doing like YouTube videos and doing tutorials?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I do have a YouTube. It's go to the Mo.
Okay.
Emoji. I think that's what it is. I'm trying to get into the YouTube thing because again we came up with Black Planet. All this technology.
Every time I get the hang of one thing, they be like, "Hey, but look at this new thing." Like, damn, I just learned this.
I just figured this out.
I just figured out Snapchat. Snapchat lasts like 2 seconds. Snapchat was over.
It's still going.
It's still going, but like it used to be like the thing at one point. Like, it was like Snapchat. And
everybody was getting off of Instagram.
Exactly.
But it's amazing how like Instagram and Facebook are two that like stuck.
And they the same company. That's the politics shit.
Right,
but I'm saying just so happens. I'm saying how they did it. I'm saying they be pulling these strings out here, man.
It's like I was telling you earlier, Juice. I don't know if you ever get to watch this. I'm always on my soapbox about something. But one of the main things I'm always talking about is technology. They build these programs, and all they do is monitor. What do people like? In a moment, Snap wasn't popping no more. TikTok became a thing, and even now, people are so tired of TikTok yet they can't put it down. Like it's your best worst addiction. It's your best worst. That's why I just go. I take 2 social medias at a time because you know how I am, Juice. So I get out there with too much attention, too much of anything, but it's a lot to keep up with. And running a business, I'd be.
Yeah, like talk about that a little bit more. For me, that's one thing that I really struggle with. Is like I hate managing social media on top of doing this. Talk about how that is for you.
So I actually have like a social media manager.
Important.
Because
Important.
I
Like I said, y'all, that price is going up. In case y'all don't know, that price is going up.
You know, you mentioned this interview, she might do something with me, but it's up. You know,
Tell me the importance of social media manager and having that.
It makes all the difference because social media, like, is literally your brand and it's your marketing. That's how all these, just like you said, we get all these ads for like different things. So you have to like do your social media just as much as you see the same pair of Crocs, the same, you know, just.
It's just you're not selling the item; it's her and her service that she's selling.
So it's one of those things. Kind of, you have to do something, whether it's Facebook, Snapchat, you know, Twitter. You have to have like a certain like population where you can market to, and it's just like physically doing hair. My hands are physically tied all the time. I can't be on Instagram. I can't just, you know. And I like it just doesn't come natural to me. So that's cool. But then like the whole business part, because I'm like a creative person. I just like to draw and paint. Like I like to create. So trying to switch to this business mind has been a very big like learning experience.
Crunching them numbers.
Yes,
I know even with the you say you got like a booking app, and I even know with those because I know a couple of hairstylists, and they say finding the right app to really have people book through sometime made all the difference. I know a young lady who I forgot what state she in now, but she was saying like her app wasn't working where she was at, and she was like, "Man, I don't know what I'm gonna do," because it's her bread and butter type of a deal. So.
And with that, like you're also seeing that with balancing business through social media, like you also are a mother. Like I was incorporating that into all the things you're balancing already.
It's a lot. It's something I'm always trying to figure out and do it the best way for me, my daughter. I definitely I wanted to spend a lot of time with her, so that is like why I like opening a shop is not really helpful because I can get help. So I really have to like build a team because they say it takes a village to raise a child,
100%.
and it literally takes a village. So I think with having my salon, I'm gonna create a team and a village so that way I do have more time to spend with her. Because right now it seems like I don't spend as much time as I would like to, but I do like play with her a lot and stuff. We do have things that we do like every week that is like our time, what we do and stuff like that, but it's been a struggle because I also like miss her. So I've been taking it, I said my booking is closed. So I've been taking it really slow with getting back to work. It's funny because COVID happened.
Yeah.
So I got almost a year off just being with my baby. So I feel like I got
lucky. Boom, everybody hitting you up now.
Yes, and she's older now, so it's like cool because she's almost a year and a half, so she's not that much older, but it's nice because she kind of can play by herself and entertain herself.
It's a bit more adapted. It's cool.
It's more manageable.
Absolutely. And being a mom, I'm sure you're excited to help develop her to probably learning how to braid her own hair or even just braiding her hair in general.
Yeah, I'm excited to like do her hair and content and stuff.
You got a real live down now.
Yeah, but she watches me every day, so she kind of like mimics it and stuff. Like sometimes she'll like fake braid or whatever.
You thought it was natural for you. Wait till always go. Kids pick up like.
And I want her to kind of. If I had this at 3, imagine, where I would be. Not to say that I'm not, in a good place, but I just can't imagine. So I'm going to be able to really, I'm pouring into her, all her, talents, all her gifts. Yeah. All the Black women going to the Olympics.
Absolutely.
So it's something that,
I'm glad you said that, too, because just a really quick segue. This has been the last time I remember the Olympics being this black. Was like right before, Hitler and all of them started. No, for real. Y'all go back, y'all go. Just remember that picture of all of the brothers up there like this. It started the day, but I'm really happy to see so many black people in the Olympics. Because, we used to only be rooting for the NBA. And let's be real, they win it every time they choose to win it. But it's like, we swim, we kind of golf, but no. Because Tiger's college.
I got her in swimming, and she could literally swim.
And that's
I'm like, okay, I might have an Olympiad. You know, she might not ever touch the cup.
When we was in high school, it was like me, Juice, and like 2 other people on our whole football team. And the white kids started to be funny, talking about, let's go swim to the other end and leave all the black kids. And me and Juice was like, hey, hang on. We can swim. We're not going to get there as fast. We'll be there. But but no, like we didn't learn till later in life. But like this is a generation of young kids, especially women. Because boys and dudes, you're just prone to do stupid stuff. It's just, I know that's in my DNA. I don't try to fight it or nothing. But like a lot of the women though, they've been so driven, so focused. Like women's sports, huge, all-time highs. Women's music, like the biggest thing out there. And like everybody want to hype up Michael Jordan about signing like 10 or 12 female athletes. But how long has Jordan Brand been the biggest thing ever?
Yeah.
You ain't seen no female athletes there?
For sure, but I feel like you said, that we are in the midst of a revolution as far as seeing women empowerment grow and grow daily. Talk about how it feels like being an entrepreneur in this kind of
growing up into this new age,
woman empowerment era, like you being a black female entrepreneur, like how much pride are you taking that right now?
I take a lot. That's why I want to teach other people and really get them to where they feel how I feel, because it's such a freeing feeling. Like it's crazy because it's always like a little political depending on what you're trying to do and stuff like that. But all in all, it's very much worth it. And it feels good to be recognized and appreciated and valued as such, because even like hairstylists are now more respected and valued than I feel like they were back in the day. Mm-hmm. It was just like a machine, like you just a machine. You just doing somebody's hair. We got our favorite ones that work, but nowadays I feel like people are really valuing and understand how much time and effort it takes. And we're just appreciate a lot more. And I'm just so happy to have experienced it and lived through this time. And to even have come from back then to now and see how much it's changed. Mm-hmm. Just like backup dancers. They're not backup dancers anymore. They dancers. They got a name.
Yeah, you can't play down a person's because it always used to be a thing. I don't know if y'all remember this, but y'all went to the same school I went to, and they used to always be like, well, you'll be doing some job working with your hands. And to me, it was like, well, what's so wrong with working with your hands? A plumber makes $70,000 a year. I just put on Instagram, they paying you $80,000 to mop the NBA floor. You know how many floors I mopped in the Army for free? For free.
Yeah, I mean, and going back to Mo's point, I feel like everyone kind of has a brand now. Everyone can, no matter what you're doing, at this point, you can have a brand. You can be an Amazon driver and create a YouTube page if you just vlog it.
Because nobody cares about brands or companies anymore. It's really coming down to caring about people. Look at people who've worked at companies like a Target or a Walmart for 20 years. They give you a thank you, a pen, and a certificate at the end.
Yeah, absolutely.
A person might actually, oh, this is my hairstylist for 20 plus years. Let me tell the world about them, or this person been doing my makeup, or this, that, and the third. You know what people are the real brands. Like the best these companies can do is try to exploit you for your profit.
Yeah.
So for you, I kind of want to know, because for this brand we have here, it's Good in the Hood is the brand, the podcast is the brand, but for you, I feel like it's you the brand. Even though you're providing your skills. You
heard the name. Go to the Mo.
The Mo. I mean, that's pretty much. I mean, let's talk about that brand. The idea to go behind that. Hey, say less, just go to the Mo. Talk about that real quick.
How you come up with that?
My friend did, because I was like, I guess you can see I'm a Kanye fan. I was
spaceship was definitely
so.
Okay, yeah.
I was listening to what's it, working harder, thinking stronger, faster. And then he's like, Shot-Town mode, Jukin mode, Let's Go mode. And I was like, man, I need another Instagram name, but I'm trying to take one of these lines, because you remember you used to put name, songs as captions.
Absolutely.
MySpace name.
Absolutely. All that.
And I was like, okay, I'm going to do one of these modes, Jukin mode, Shot-Town, and Jukin, because y'all know I dance. So I was like, I could do Jukin mode. And then my friend was like, you should just go to the mode because you do hair. And I was like,
that's right.
Yeah.
That's right. Shout out to your homie.
Yes.
That was
fire.
It's like going back to what I was saying, like, that was like, you are your brand. Like, the skill is, of course, it, but like, seeing you braid hair while talking, it was like, damn. I mean, you had to go to that person to get your hair done, obviously, right? You had to go to her.
You know how many times I've been in a chair and he cut the clippers off, stops, and talks?
Oh, my God. Yeah, man.
I can't even imagine what it, because it seemed like every woman I know can't be in, every black person I know can't be in and out the shop in like an hour. It never happens. And it's just like, what be going, I know white people want to know what be going on in that, but don't tell them, y'all. Never tell them.
We'll use scissors and water to put out.
Man.
Yeah. It's such a different, like, it's a culture. It's a
It's really,
like world, and they have no idea. And
yeah,
I love it.
I didn't realize I found out recently that most white men have to go to, like I'm saying, like it's a female hairdressers. They can't. It's not really male barbers. I didn't realize that. I know.
You gotta remember the last cool male barbers was the niggas with the mustaches. They came up to here and they talk like this. See. So you gotta remember, like, but think about Bo Ricks. Don't be nothing but women in there. Great Clips and Sports Clips. Remember, they got in trouble for trying to not in trouble, but they got looked at badly. They were trying to hire like what they call hot looking women to attract dudes.
That sounds hilarious to get Bo's take on. Let me hear your thoughts on like the sports cuts and the Great Clips.
Yeah, how you feel about the chain place?
Yeah. I want to change.
You on the chain, but I mean,
braids.
I'm talking about like,
but what about the chains that's out? Because ain't no black chains out there
There's
though.
no black chains.
Yeah.
Well, we can't go to a certain place and you're gonna get a certain quality of work. Like that's what I want to do. Like and be able to teach everybody to do hair like me. Cause
go to the Atlanta mode, the Chicago mode, or New York. I feel you.
That'd be fine. So we're embarking upon a brand that will be. I'm saying across the globe, I'm trying to do. That's dope as hell.
Yes. The shop is actually called Keep It Natural. So I want it to be, Keep It Natural. Keep It Natural. I got an Instagram at Keep It Natural.
Keep It Natural. Okay.
Yeah.
Because like one thing I always kind of took from the go to the mode was I'm saying the go part. I'm saying it was very like I thought it was like Chicago. I'm saying go. I'm saying it's kind of like very
kind of had that song go.
Yeah.
Like
go
to the mode.
Go.
Yes.
Go. Yeah. So
the comedy.
2 songs. You got the original.
Facts. And like just go. I mean, we mentioned old Kanye. We mentioned like Black Panther and all that era. We're recording this on Saturday, and tonight, later on tonight, it's gonna be a versus of Soulja Boy and Bow Wow. Take it back to our.
You call him King Draco? Like I need you to, bro.
King Draco.
King Draco.
Before we get to he's made his point. He made his point very clear.
Yes.
Who you riding with?
I already know who.
I didn't know I had to pick. Can't
pick
you
one.
Just...
Pick one.
It's a verse.
It's good. The word is versus.
When it comes down to the artistry,
it's gotta be
Soulja Boy. What?
King Draco. Drake sold his whole clothes.
Drake.
Oh my goodness. Soulja Boy beats alone. Let's talk about that.
All right.
The producer. Beats alone.
That's fair.
The songs.
He
was doing it all by himself.
Out of my system. Just can't hope to.
Then he branded himself.
As your man, I'm gonna need you to never quote no Bow Wow lines ever again. Cause my boy.
That was cool. I was a big Bow Wow fan. I went to like all his concerts.
You a girl, you can get away with that. Like my boy Joe said, fuck Bow Wow.
When we talking artistry,
Shout out to Joe Chili.
Soulja Boy, all the way. he the first person that started this. Y'all know me.
He if nothing else, he went viral first.
He branded himself with his dancing.
I remember I was trying to get Jay-Z album off of LimeWire. And I downloaded that shit. It was Soulja Boy
What? This is before streaming was a thing.
Oh God, before
YouTube
was a thing.
I ain't gonna lie, the only dance I ever learned successfully, because I ain't gonna lie, my cha-cha slide and my Cuban shuffle, man.
My cha-cha. Right?
I'm a black person, when I tell you I have zero
rhythm. Electric slide is easy. You know that one.
Hell no, I don't know the electric slide. I don't even know the song when it be coming on.
It's false.
Niggas be running, I'll be like, where everybody going? Somebody in my family be like, oh, they going to do the electric slide. Hey. Bet.
Put his black card, Mo. Put his black card.
Who gonna take it from me? Who gonna take it from me without getting a bullet? Just answer me that. That's the one. I remember when I told somebody I ain't see the color purple. They was like, "I'm taking your black card." I sent it to you on the book.
That's not take the black card worthy. Color purple was not take the black card.
You can't dance. Like
electric slide. That's 4 steps.
Hey, those are 4 of the hardest steps.
That's fair.
Now, if he go out there and do it like them. No, he can't set himself up.
I don't set myself up for failure,
I think you give yourself less credit than you deserve, bro.
I
just never do electric slide. Electric slide is the easiest dance in the world.
Juice, I promise you
this.
This. What? Yeah.
You know what I mean?
She knows she was saying they had to. Why? I promise y'all this. Think about it. If somebody out there, one of my friends might be watching, she could verify this. Every wedding, reception, dance I've ever been to, when a cha-cha slide, the Cupid, or like the electric slide come on, I conveniently find a reason to go to the bathroom, or go outside, and I'm smoking a square.
Definitely not doing any Cupid shuffles at any cookouts. I'm saying Cupid shuffle is a no-go. I'm an electric slide kind of guy. I might do a quick 2-stepping, fake the stepping. But yeah, that's about it for me, man.
And put that King Draco on. That's the only time you're gonna see the
kid.
Oh, I know that.
Young Jock.
Yeah. But I ain't gonna lie, the beat be kind of, if I'm drunk, the beat might escape me, man. You know, I'm young.
I never dabbed. Couldn't do that shit. I feel like I was too old to do that dab at that time. I'm not doing that shit.
And then
I'm not doing that.
The worst, I don't know. Like the worst thing is like growing up in the Chicago area. The one thing I used to hate: everybody can footwork. Well, almost everybody can footwork. Because I got a friend out there. He can footwork. Yes. Everybody. Yes. Everybody can footwork and do all kind of shit.
Definitely had the white forces. Bo has to go crazy, but man. Mo, it was a pleasure having you here today, man. Super honored to have you. You know what I'm saying, get your purpose on good in the hood.
Another black female business owner on GHP.
Absolutely. I appreciate you. Please tell me where they can find you. Where they can. Well, booking is closed right now, but where they can at least find you and check out the amazing designs you put out there.
So you can find me on Instagram at GoToTheMo, GOTOTHEMO. And you can follow me on Instagram to see all my work, comment, subscribe, But
and make sure y'all check out that WTTW interview. That was incredible.
Yes, and I also I had the WTTW thing, and then I worked with 4C Only talking about code switching and Juneteenth and just the history behind that. That's on YouTube, and it's also on their Instagram and my Instagram.
Sure. And the YouTube channel is Go to the Mo as well.
Yes, it's Go to the Mo, and yeah, you can follow the shop. The salon will be opening sooner than later. All the updates and stuff will be on Instagram. You can follow the salon Instagram. It's Keep It Natural Shy. Keep It Natural, then CHI. And I'll be posting all the updates as far as the shop. So definitely stay tuned. It's going to be amazing. I'm excited for it.
Once again, we truly appreciate you. Please follow the podcast, Good in the Hood Pod on Instagram, Good in All Hoods on Twitter. You can follow me on Twitter at Juice in All Hoods and on Instagram at Juice in the Hood. Jay Black is still in the black as far as social media goes.
I'm back on the Twitter and IG at the Crib Joe occasionally, but I'm just keep it real with you. If you got something stupid to say, don't say it on the pages I be on, because man, I've been on internet beefs, but I'm one of them people. We can talk about it in person. You know, this one dude wants to debate me on basketball, and then why I gotta be a bitch about it though?
Yeah, man.
You know, let's just keep it.
Yeah, people do that word around when they can. I'm saying, so it's a shame. It's really a pity, but you know, it is what it is. Internet for you, man. But till next time,
another good episode.
Thanks again to Mo for continuing to spread black excellence, and make sure y'all all stay good in the hood.
Peace.